Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Zuhairi Bazulkifli and my metric number is 280681. And I will start our group presentation with part of introduction. So we have reviewed some of the article regarding the factors that contribute to slow adoption of innovative technology to improve accountability and transparency in the Malaysian public sector. So in study by Muhammad Talmizi Amran, the acceptance of cloud computing in the Malaysian public sector was explored. The proposed model highlighted the importance of understanding the factors influencing cloud computing adoption, including organizational, technological, and environmental aspects. So there also the research by Ilya Azwa Azmi that emphasized the difficulties faced in transitioning from physical records to digital formats, including issues of data security, preservation, and retrieval. Other than that, the article by Kuasa focused on the adoption and challenge of digital technology in Malaysia. It also highlighted that the slow adoption of digital technologies in the country was partly due to factors such as limited awareness and understanding, budget constraint, and resistance to change. So, collectively, this article shed light on the factors impeding the adoption of innovative technology to improve accountability and transparency in the Malaysian public sector. These factors include limited awareness and understanding, challenges in records digitization, resistance to change, and the need for effective IT governance. So, addressing the factors is very crucial for enabling the successful adoption of innovative technology, thereby enhancing accountability and transparency within the Malaysian public sector.
Hi, I am Norfana Diva, nometric of 281583, and I will continue by presenting the overview. This overview will briefly mention the factors influencing slow adoption and also explain the impact of this sluggishness. According to Coulson, the Malaysian market was undergoing a slow move toward digital transformation while remaining inside its comfort zone. For the factors, first will be lack of awareness and understanding about the latest adoption. Decision makers and government officials may be unfamiliar with the prospective benefit and specific technology that are already accessible. Next, resistant to change. Some government employees may be hesitant to embrace emerging technologies due to concern about job security and so on. Complexity of bureaucracy. Decision-making procedures are frequently complex and time-consuming, as we know, as it will require numerous levels of approval and cooperation. Lastly will be security and privacy, as they are holding lots of confidential data that could not be exposed to the public. They have the fear of potential security breach or unauthorized access to sensitive data. For implication, as they have lack of awareness, it will cause inadequate efficient and effectiveness by relying solely on manual process and out-of-date system result in slow decision making and unnecessary paperwork. Next will be potential oversight in augmenting accountability and transparency, result in oversight and flaws in monitoring in the use of public funds and resource jeopardizing the efficiency of accountability measures. Next, ineffective allocation of resources, communication breakdown and lack of coordination. Sharing information and collaboration among government departments can be hampered in the absence of simplified communication channels. And the last one will be objection to utilize imaging technology. Some officials may be hesitant to embrace emerging technologies because of fears of change and concern about job securities. That's all from me.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day. I beg to doctor. My name is Farah Akila binti Adli and my metric number is 281547. I will continue the presentation by explaining about the factors that contribute to slow technology adoption in Malaysian public sector. The first factor is lack of awareness and understanding about the latest technological advancements, especially among public sector employees. The reasons to that problem might be due to lack of exposure to industry trends and outdated training programs, as well as limited access to resources. This might also happen due to less communication and knowledge sharing that causes information gaps between the employees in an organization that can lead to lack of awareness among them. The second point is resistance to change. As we know, decisions are made by those in upper management. From their perspective, they must have preferred to avoid extra budget in order to adopt these new technologies and resist to any changes for the sake of revenue. However, from the employee's point of view, they also might prefer to resist any changes as the introduction of new technologies could lead to job displacement or render their existing skills obsolete. Next is regarding bureaucracy and complex process in the management. A lot of people must be aware that the bureaucratic structure in the public sector often involves multiple layers of approval and a complex decision-making process. This is the reason why some matters have been delayed due to a complex approval process that needs to be carried out in several stages. And lastly is security and privacy concerns. The government handles millions of citizens' data, including their personal information. They are responsible for it and must ensure that all the data is secured safely. The fear of data breaches and unauthorized access make government agencies reluctant to adopt any new technologies that may be perceived as carrying high security risks. That is all for me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum, I am Nurizatul Husna binti Mak Rozalman with metric number 281613. We'll continue with the impacts from the factors mentioned before. For the first factor, which is lack of awareness and understanding, it can lead to inadequate efficiency and also effectiveness. Insufficient understanding and awareness of the benefits of technology adoption can hinder the commitment and also resource allocation. Outdated systems and manual processes may result in inefficiencies, delays, errors, and suboptimal service provisions. Moreover, sluggish adoption hampers precise documentation, surveillance, and communication, impacting accountability. Next, resistance to change can lead to potential oversight in augmenting accountability and transparency. Resistance to change among stakeholders can impede the adoption of technology as their reluctance stems from fear of job displacement or lack of familiarity. Hence, resistance results in missed opportunities to leverage technology for accountability and transparency goals. The next factor, which is bureaucracy and complex process, might cause ineffective allocations of resources, communication breakdowns, and lack of coordination. Bureaucracy and complex procedure may hinder technology adoption and lead to misallocation of resources as lacking of clarity in defining responsibilities impede the efficient execution. An excessive number of bureaucratic procedure resulting in a slowdown of operations and impeding the adoption of technology. Also, the complex nature of public sector processes frequently needs extended authorization procedures, hindering the effectiveness of communication and coordination efforts. Lastly, security and privacy concerns can give an impact of an objection to utilize emerging technology. Apprehensions about data security and privacy hinder the adoption of new technologies since concerns about confidentiality and data integrity, potential risks, and legal liabilities impact the decision making. Thus, risk aversion and cautious approach impede the implementation of innovative solutions for accountability and transparency.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Najib Najib, nombor metrik 281440. I will continue with the possible implementation of technology in Malaysia public sector. First is national policy. It is important to prepare everyone to be digitally ready and gather acceptance from the top management and the workforce so that the process of implementation is successful. Bureaucracy in Malaysia could prevent the implementation unless the government gives some incentives through policy. Example of most recent policy is the 11 Malaysia Plan, the 12 Malaysia Plan, and Plan Jalinan Digital Negara Jendela. Second is increasing the level of access to information. Basically, the government should give right to know how they collect and spend their fund for transparency. A government body, Mampu, is responsible to promote the government service to the public. They are the one who disseminate government data to the public and prepare a platform for ICT. Third is improving the infrastructure. Giving access to internet service is important, so the government approaches this problem by Smart Village, which is a project to increase digital literacy in rural area. Other than that, cloud computing is also being implemented in Malaysia, where the technology is supposed to prevent data manipulation since all the data is stored in one place. That's all from me. Thank you.
In conclusion, the slow adoption of technology in the Malaysian public sector can be attributed to several factors. Firstly, there is a lack of awareness and understanding among decision makers and government officials regarding the potential benefits and available technology. The second one is the bureaucratic structure of the public sector with its complex decision-making process and multiple level of approval. So to address this challenge, it is very crucial to enhance the awareness and understanding of the benefits of technology adoption through improved training and education programs. Last one is simplifying communication channels and knowledge sharing within organization can also help bridge the information gap. The last one is streamlining bureaucratic process and decision-making procedure can promote agility and responsiveness, facilitating the integration of new technology. And that's all for our group presentation. Thank you.